Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Adora, and for you newcomers, welcome. I'm going to be doing a general love reading for the week beginning March 1st through the 7th. Please keep in mind this is just a general reading, so this may resonate with some of you, but not all of you. I'm going to be using the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. So let's get to it. Angels, what are the messages that you have for everyone regarding their love life? What is it that you are wanting them to know? Oh, it's a little bit chilly out. This Florida weather this time of year has its up and down moments. One minute it's nice and beautiful and sunny, the next minute it's super hot, and then during this time, of course, it has its moments of being super cold and chilly. So let's see what the angels in the universe has for you regarding your love life. Whoop. Okay, we have here the first card that we have is let go of control issues, allowing this situation to unfold for you. Naturally. Okay, so what the angels are wanting you to know is that pretty much basically what I tell you, let go of control issues. I know for some of you, you want to have this situation kind of be the way that you have it set in your mind, but that's not the way it's necessarily meant to be for you. For some of you who are in a relationship and maybe you're going through a tough time, or just things aren't kind of going the way you hoped it would be, your angels are letting you know, just let go of the idea, this perception of what a relationship and love is supposed to look like. For some of you, for the ones who are trying to manifest love and a partnership, you might want to do things a certain way. You think that in your mind that if I enter into the dating scene, or if it's a partner that you're seeking, this a person, individual, that you're thinking, well, I have a way of going about it and I'm going to do it A, B, and C. But your angel's letting you know that no, you need to let that go. You need to leave it up to us so we can be able to help guide you in this partnership. And for the ones, like I said, who are already in a relationship or who are going through maybe a tough time right now, your angels know what you want. They know what's in your heart. And obviously they know what's in your best interest. So you gotta kind of let go, leave it up to them. Stop trying to control the way it would be so you can have the outcome. Because the outcome, generally, it's going to be what you want, what's in your heart desire. But, right now it may not look that way. Or maybe you're trying to, well, if, let's say, for example, if you are the person who is in a relationship and you've separated, or are having going through a tough time in your partnership, you may think for 1 second, well, you know what, if he's detaching and I'll try a little harder to kind of lure him back, your angel's letting you know that's not going to work. 9 times out of 10, when people separate or going through a tough time, you gotta kind of give each other that space. You kind of take a step back and kind of focus on yourself and heal from the situation. And for, like I said, some of you who are looking for a partnership, maybe the way that you're going about it is not what is exactly the way that it should be. I mean, obviously your angels are telling you that you need to stop doing what you're doing, because obviously that's not working for you. So leave it up to us, And keep an open mind, which is obviously the next card. Keep an open mind that we have a plan for you. So yeah, let go of control issues. You can't control every situation. You cannot. All you can do is just control yourself in the situation and how you react to it. So maybe right now you're frustrated because you can't, you're having a hard time finding a partnership, and you think that by doing it this way or that way or any other way that's how it's going to be, because maybe it's worked for you in the past. But no, your angel's letting you know you need to stop doing that, because that's not what's obviously not working for you, and we have a better way of doing it for you that's going to benefit you. The next card that came out is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So a lot of us, we have a type that we would want to manifest. But what if that is not the ideal person for you? Your angels are letting you know that, keep an open mind. Example, for me, going into the dating scene, when I separated from, my marriage, obviously I had this perception of the ideal person that I wanted to be with. But then you kind of narrow your search down. You kind of limit yourself to the possibility of just, of another perfect person that might just be for you and exactly what you're looking for. So your angel's letting you know that, yeah, just keep an open mind when you're dating, that maybe this ideal person that you have in mind, great, you might have some chemistry, the vibe is going well, but you know what, here is someone else who's probably outside of your element, and maybe there's a possibility that something much more promising can come from from that partner. But in order for you to kind of get yourself out there and kind of meet different people from all different backgrounds, you got to keep an open mind that maybe the person that I have in mind may not be that person. Maybe, if I open my horizons to the possibility of, maybe a shorter guy or a taller guy or darker skin, lighter skin, different religions or different backgrounds or whatever it is. But yeah, your angel's letting you know, just keep an open mind to, what that person, may look like for you. And the ones that are in a relationship partnership, for the ones that are in the relationship, to keep an open mind. What if this is not the relationship that's meant for you? I know that we love someone and we want to hold on to them, but we're kind of selfish in doing that, because if that's not the relationship that is best for us, then your angels are letting you know, just keep that in mind. Just, just keep an open mind that maybe that relationship is not what's best for you. Now, I would never, ever, and anyone who knows me, I would never, ever tell anyone that they should separate from a partner, ever. Because I can't tell you whether or not that relationship is going to work. But what I will say that, in some cases, it may or may not work. In some situations, things happen for a reason. No one ever knows. But we have to, open up our mind to the possibility that maybe everything happens for a reason. And if right now we're struggling and we're going through a hard time in your partnership and your separation, just keep an open mind that maybe there are just, a different path that you may need to work, you may be, stumbling upon. For some of you, the person that you are with, you may feel like that may be your soulmate, and maybe because of things you're going through are maybe not the case. So for some of you, yeah, just keep an open mind. relationships are hard in itself. Building a strong partnership, it's never easy. And we always have to evaluate every, the situation. So like in my last reading, I know that, in last week's reading, the message that came across was, take a step back. And I feel like that is trickling over into this message, because maybe for some of you that are going through a hard time in your relationship, maybe just keep an open mind that you need to kind of take a step back and pull back, focus on yourself, heal from the situation, maybe kind of reevaluate, is this what, the kind of relationship that I really want to be in? Maybe this is the ideal guy of what I see on the surface, and maybe that's who I want. But I mean, yeah, for some of you, maybe you're just letting you know that maybe that, obviously your soulmate may be different from who you usually would think that your ideal person would be. And for some of you that are trying to enter into a new partnership, keep an open mind that maybe your go-to person, the ideal, mate for you, may not be what is the best interest for you. So just, keep that in mind. The next card that came out is release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Important message. Because you cannot, I repeat, you cannot enter into another relationship, especially if you want that relationship to be healthy. You have to let go of your ex and everything that circles around it, especially if that relationship is toxic. How can you expect to enter into a loving relationship if you cannot let that go? Let go of what that ex did to you. Let go of what they said to you. Let go of the damage that it was done in that relationship. Let go of all of it. Because remember, none of that is bound to you. It doesn't have a hold of you. And it doesn't mean that that person from your past, the next one is going to be like that. You have to keep an open mind that there is a possibility that the reason why it's hard for the ones who are seeking a relationship, why it's so hard for you to manifest that. Some of us, even myself speaking, there were times that I've came to a point where I had to ask myself, why is the cycle continuing to repeat itself? Have I learned from the past? Have I truly let that go? Because ultimately, if you don't, then you're setting yourself up to fail when it comes down to entering into a new partnership. Nobody wants to hold on to baggage. Can you imagine how heavy that is on your back, the weight of it all? And then you're wanting a new relationship, but is it fair to the other person? I mean, obviously it's not. So I wouldn't want to do that to someone else if I'm harboring these old past wounds and these things I couldn't let go, and to heal from these fears, these worries, these doubt, anything that has put you in a situation where you have to, where it questions you, where you feel doubt because of fear, because of worry. Part of that has to do with your past relationship. It's clear, it's obvious. So your angel's letting you know that in order for you to manifest true love and a healthy partnership, you got to release your ex. You've got to let them go. You've got to let whatever will cause you to bring into a new partnership hurt, pain, insecurities, doubt, worry, fear. I mean, it goes on and on. Like, you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that for your partner. You wouldn't want that for yourself. So your angel's letting you know, release your ex. They are not bound by you. Anything that happened in that relationship, it doesn't have a hold of you. Let it go, release it, heal from it. Forgive yourself, forgive the other partner. A message that we had last week, and the message is still true to today. So yeah, keep that in mind, that maybe your angels are letting you know, in order for you to obtain a partnership, he or she may be different from, who your ideal person is. Release your ex. That's another thing that you would have to do in order to manifest true unconditional love. And the control issues, that could be you and how you are going about entering a new partnership. At the same time, this is also telling me that it could be your past partner. You may feel like they are not letting you go. Some of us, we may not see that at first. Sometimes we may not catch that at first. Sometimes it could be like a moment of where you're reminiscing, or you're kind of thinking about your ex in some way. And because it's all about energy. So what if in their mind your ex hasn't let you go yet, and they're controlling you from moving on? Your angel's letting you know, for some of you in that situation, yes, you got to let your ex go. You got to let it go. You got to release them. Whatever bound you to them, let that go. Whatever hurt, sadness, insecurity, whatever toxic thing that has caused you to maybe like be worried or afraid of entering in a new relationship, you kind of let that go. It's behind you now. I mean, you're moving forward. You're wanting new things. You want to kind of live your life. You want to be happy. The fact that you're even wanting to enter a new partnership, that is great. That is saying a lot for you as a person. So, but just keep in mind that, the person that your angels have for you may be different than the ideal person that you've, been with in the past, or maybe that you gravitate to, or you're interested in, or, whatever draws you to a person that, you're like, okay, you know what, he's 6 foot tall, dark skin, light skin, whatever. For some of you, your angels letting you know that no, that may not be the person for you. So keep an open mind about that. The next card that came out is safe to love again. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. That's beautiful. So, I mean, I did say that, didn't I? Like, how can you expect to enter into a new partnership if you do not let the past go? And if you have, your angels are letting you know, it's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to love. We always say kind of guard your heart, but for me, I always leave that up to the universe. I always keep an open mind of, this person can very well break my heart, but I have to trust the process. I have to trust the relationship. I have to trust, why am I, meeting this person? Obviously this person may not be the person that I would, end up being with, but I kept an open mind. Like, you got to think that way, and think in a positive way too. Your angels letting you know, like, yeah, for some of you who are looking for a relationship, it's safe. Now is the time. It's safe for you to love. Just let go of the way you are wanting to manifest it, because obviously the way you have it set in mind is not the way the universe and the angels are kind of having that manifest for you. So no, and keep an open mind of the ideal person that you kind of have in mind, of who he or she may be. And for the ones that are in which is kind of tough, the ones that are in a partnership or who has separated from your partnership, I strongly believe that everything happens for a reason. And last week's message, when it came down to for the ones that are in a relationship or separating, the message was take a step back, kind of regroup, kind of heal from the situation. And one way of even entering back into that relationship, it could, the angels are letting you know, it's safe for you to love again. It's safe for you to love this particular person, especially when you're wanting to, like, the whole purpose is you want to be with this person. Yeah, you might have separated right now. Yeah, you might be going through a hard time, but ultimately your heart, you feel like this is, your person. And maybe that person for some of you is not the person you had thought that you would ever enter into a relationship with, but yet you did. So for some of you, your angels are letting you know that you have to control how re-entering back into this relationship is gonna manifest for you. Just keep in mind that this person, it's obviously not, they obviously are different from the usual type. For some of you, like, they obviously are going to, just keep in mind that they might just re-enter your life just, a whole different way. Because if you think about this for a second. If you're doing the work, you're doing the healing, and you're growing from that separation, and you're just moving on with your life, you kind of regroup, you kind of back on track. One of the messages that I just received was you lose yourself. You tend to lose yourself in a relationship, because that's something I've always said. Like, being in a relationship, the last thing I ever want to do is to lose myself in that relationship. And it's kind of easy for us to do that, especially, when we're wanting the other person to generally just be happy with themselves, be happy in this relationship, and be happy with where we're going in that relationship. And then sometimes, like circumstances, things happen and you kind of separate in that relationship. And of course you want to kind of control how, because the outcome is you want to, you want to bring that person back, but you can't control how that happens for you. You've got to work on yourself, focus on yourself, and understand, why is this happening? What is it that I'm needing to know? What lessons are, I need to learn from this? What are the angels are telling me? What is the universe are telling me? Like, you need to really focus on you. Focus on you, because your angels are letting you know that, this is the way that they believe that it's going to work for you, for your higher, greater good. And ultimately, it's what your heart kind of wants. So for the ones that are in that separation, yes, this is your soulmate. And they are obviously different from your usual type of person that you would be in a relationship with. However, because you are going through the separation, I strongly feel that your angels are letting you know that a part of what is going on in the situation could very well be baggage, toxic behaviors, anything that you have held on to from your past relationships. You've got to let that go. I mean, it's not going to work for you, whether in this relationship or another relationship. Is never going to work. And for some of you in a relationship and it is just tumultuous, for you to ultimately obtain a great relationship, you got to kind of let that person go. You got to kind of let that person go. I mean, like I say, I never would want to be the one to ever tell you to detach, or not detach, but end a relationship, because that's the reason I do these channels, for the sole purpose of helping you guys to build a loving partnership. But in order to do that, sometimes things happen, and there's steps and there's things that we kind of gotta a wake up call, a smack in the face, and telling you listen, right now this is not working for you, so you need to take a step back and you need to work on some things, and you need to let go of the control issues. How is it going to manifest for you? Just let it go. But keep in mind that this person is not the usual type, and of course it's not going to be easy, and of course we know what you want, but in order to get there, you got to kind of let go of your ex, whatever baggage, whatever held you, whatever's holding you back, whatever that is. There's so many different things, so many different variables. I mean, I could think of one important thing that for some of you, yes, toxic relationship could bring insecurity issues. Yes. Some issues could be trust. Some issues could be addiction. That's a very important one. because we have addictive behavior. Addiction is not always, the usual stuff, drinking, smoking, drugs. No, addiction is being addicted to a situation that is not good for you, period. So part of letting go of your ex is releasing those addictive patterns, wondering where they're at, wondering what they're doing. That doesn't help. And when you do those things, your angels are letting you know, yes, it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I mean, love yourself first. Love yourself enough. I know relationships are hard, and I know breakup is hard. I know separation is hard. I know all of that is hard. Even looking for love is hard, and I get it. But, it is safe. It's safe for you to love. Just keep an open mind. For some of you, I feel like the ones that are going through a hard time, it's safe for you to love this person. It is. And your angels are letting you know, keep an open mind, that obviously this person is different from, what you're used to. And that might be scary. For some of you, when someone, it's easy for someone to say, I love you, right? But when you're not used to having someone show you what love really means, whether it's, the little things that they do, waking you up in the morning, making coffee, or just being there on time for something important for you. Those are things and ways of your partner showing that they kind of, that they really love you. And for some of you that are in a toxic relationship, oh my God, or was in a toxic relationship, you think that, that's what love is. I hate you, or I can't stand you, you stupid, B, C, whatever. Like when a person talks to you poorly, that is not love. That's simply abuse. Everyone, should know the difference. And for the ones that are kind of, like I said, are in a separation, kind of going through a hard time, maybe for some of you, I think it's releasing your ex. I strongly believe that releasing your ex is part of the reason why you are going through this separation and this break from each other. So I know that, like I said, when you're in a long-term relationship, it's hard. It's really hard. And then, you may feel like you may feel like you were ready to enter in a relationship. And then when you did, it didn't work out. And a lot of it has to do with what your past relationship, the damage of a past relationship that now you've allowed to enter into the new one. So your angels are letting you know, kind of let that go. And for some of you, yes, you're going to be entering back into this partnership. However, you got to let go of the idea of how that's going to unfold for you, how it's going to manifest for you. Remember, just keep working on yourself. Heal from that situation. Heal from your past situations. And your angels are letting you know that, yes, it's safe for you to love again. It is. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. Your angels got your back. Especially if you said to your angels for your single ones, or the ones that are in a tough patch right now with your partner. Your angels are letting you know, once you release that to the universe and you let them know, listen, I'm leaving my partnership up to you. The ones that are single, I'm leaving the partner you have set in mind for me. I'm leaving that up to you. Leave it up to them. Let it go. Heal from your past. Don't control how the outcome is going to be, because your angels got your back, and they're going to do everything in their power to allow your heart what it most desires. The bottom of the deck. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So for some of you, obviously love is coming to you, whether it's a returning ex partner, whether it's a new partner. Your angels are letting you know something I've already said. You leave it up to them. Tell them, universe, you know what my heart wants. I'm leaving it up to you. I want to be with a loving partner, and keep an open mind that partner is going to look different than the ideal person that you had in mind. Detach from that. Detach from that. That whole mindset of thinking that way, detach from that and let go of trying to control of how this love manifests for you. Your angels are listening. They're telling you they got you, but you gotta detach. You gotta let go of those control issues. You have to let go of that. One way to do that is kind of not one way to do that. I'm sorry. For some of you, yeah. There's still some things you gotta work on, and it's kind of releasing your ex, releasing everything that has to do with them, whether the good or the bad. Let it all go. Just let it all go, and just keep an open mind that, you know what, the next person that comes, my way, that, they may offer something different than what I am used to. Believe that, because that's the truth. That's what your angels want you to know. And it's safe. It's safe for you to open up your heart. But you also got to open up your heart. You cannot be afraid. You cannot let your past relationship hold you back from entering into a new relationship. Because in order to receive love, you got to give love. But if your heart is closed because of fear, can't give that even exchange. You can't receive it. You can't embrace it. And for, like I said, some of you that are in a relationship, yeah, you're going through a hard time right now because you are gotta let go of your ex. You've got to let go of everything that circles around that relationship that's caused hurt, doubt, fear, anything toxic. You gotta let that go. You gotta move on. You gotta move forward. So I paused the camera for a second because I wanted to pull a card from the Goddess. It's called the Goddess. Okay, the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And as I was shuffling, because I always pre-shuffle cards, obviously, and then I shuffled them in front of you, and then before I started this reading, one came out. Kind of flew out there, and I was gonna pick it up before I did my reading, but I waited till the very end. So I paused the camera so I can get the card, and I feel that this message is important for you to hear. So, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. See? That's beautiful. I mean, that just tells me that your angel's letting you know the ones that are looking for partnership, they're coming to you. He or she is coming to you, and they're coming now. You did the hard work. You let go of your ex. This is confirmation right here. You've let go of your ex. You've healed from your past. You're keeping an open mind to what, the partnership is going to look like, or what the ideal person is going to look like. And you're letting go. You gotta let go of, let go of how that partner is gonna enter into your life. You gotta let it go. Let it come to you organically. And for some of you, like I said, that are in a partnership and separating, you're going through this hard time right now, whether it's you or your partner, because you've got to let go of the past. Even for myself, I don't know, there's something with me as positive 100% for certain I am about being in a relationship. The fear of getting hurt kind of creeps up every now and again. And even myself, I gotta let it go, because that ideal person, he's different than any other person I've been with. So and obviously under the deck, your angels are letting you know they're coming to you. And I did say that. The doors are opening to love and relationship. So yeah. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. So please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys soon. Love you. Take care.